Zootopia 2 hit theaters just a few days ago and has already cemented itself as the animation event of the year. 556 million at launch. Record-breaking numbers across the US, China, and half the planet. But behind these flashy figures lies a very different story: an 8-month production freeze, internal studio conflicts, and a post-credits scene that blatantly teases Zootopia 3. Let's break down how Disney almost ruined the sequel, why they took the risk anyway, and what they've already planted for the future. Ready? Let's go! We'll start with the facts shaking Disney's box office right now. Zootopia 2 premiered on the 26th of November 2025 and grossed 556 million globally in just 5 days. For an animated film, that's insane, one of the biggest openings in cinematic history and the highest ever for an animated movie. In North America, it pulled around 156 million over the long holiday weekend. Overseas, roughly 400 million. The key market? China. The sequel destroyed competition there, raking in over 270 million in its opening weekend and setting a new all-time record for Western animation. By comparison, the first Zootopia opened modestly at 75 million in the US, but eventually crawled to $1 billion worldwide. Now the sequel starts with turbo mode. It's already halfway there. Critical and audience scores are glowing. Near-perfect ratings, massive social media buzz, and tons of positive feedback. The movie runs about 1 hour 48 minutes, but it flies by. Neither kids nor adults seem to get bored. In its first days, TikTok and Reels were flooded with emotional reactions. Parents sharing that their kids cried during the scene where Nick holds an old photo of his parents. Theaters erupting in applause when Judy escapes a deadly tunnel collapse. This isn't just another cartoon, it's a cultural moment, a movie people debate online, rewatch, and build fan theories around. The story? In short, no spoilers. Judy and Nick return, but this time they face something entirely new to the world of Zootopia. A new species has entered the city: reptiles. One of the key characters is the mysterious Harry the Snake, voiced by Ke Huy Quan. Reptiles are now officially part of society, but they're feared, distrusted, prejudice surfaces fast. Protests, fake news, segregated zones. Judy and Nick go undercover in a reptile underground district. Visually, it's another universe: narrow alleys, damp tunnels, neon lights, graffiti about mammal sins. Once again, Disney delivers real-world allegory through animal fantasy, xenophobia, fear of others, media manipulation. The soundtrack's a hit too. Shakira's new song, Zoo, is already climbing charts and blowing up meme culture. Disney knows a killer song is half the marketing. And in the post-credit scene, a subtle bridge to Zootopia 3. But we'll get to that. Let's talk about the near disaster. Official studio statements always sound polished. We needed more time for the script. We were perfecting the animation. We care about quality, not deadlines. But the timeline tells a different story. Production stalled for about 8 months, a huge delay for a franchise of this scale. Industry insiders say the root cause was creative conflict. Directors clashed over the sequel's tone. One camp wanted a darker story, focusing on Nick as an outcast, even in the new, supposedly inclusive city. The other insisted on Judy-centric optimism to keep it a family blockbuster, not a noir drama. Animator accounts say things got heated. Yelling in meetings, walkouts, people saying, "This is my last film here if we go that route." Disney hit pause. Better to stop burning money on internal war. Fans didn't stay clueless for long. Leaks hit Reddit and forums. The hashtag number #SaveZootopia took off on Twitter. People messaged Disney directly, "Don't sterilize another great story into a safe product." In the end, Disney did what it always does, restructured quietly. Some creatives left, the tone was rebalanced, Serious themes kept, but with more humor, pace, and emotion to keep families on board. Officially, the movie was just delayed to a better release window. Unofficially, it was crisis control. Now let's talk actors and reptiles. Ke Kwan, voicing the lead reptilian character, is currently one of Hollywood's most beloved comeback stars, so any controversy or rumor around his involvement instantly becomes news. Fans were buzzing about reports that Kwan was seriously injured on another project, yet continued working on Zootopia 2. He recorded lines while undergoing treatment and later admitted he screamed through some takes in pain. For audiences, that adds intensity to his character. For some fans, though, it sounded like the studio squeezing an actor dry. Then there's the reptile design drama. Early sketches portrayed the villain as a demonic serpent, almost biblical, devouring secrets and weaponizing them. But the final look? Softer, more cartoon-friendly, less nightmare fuel. Why the change? First, Disney is hypersensitive about religious imagery. A Satangent-like snake could spark backlash in conservative regions. Second, the global market matters. In the US, snakes symbolize temptation. In many parts of Asia, they mean something entirely different. Disney avoids polarizing symbolism when tailoring films for the world. So, the result? A reptilian villain who's still intense and charismatic, but not pure evil. Fans noticed the change from concept art to final render. Some cried political correctness. Others just got more curious. Either way, it worked. The character stands out, and the debate fueled the hype. But all of that fades once we talk about the post-credit bombshell. Warning: spoilers ahead. If you haven't seen the movie yet and want to avoid spoilers, pause now and come back later. Still here? Let's dive in. The final scene fades out, and we enter Judy's apartment. She sits by the window, holding her iconic cassette recorder, a symbol of her bond with Nick. She plays a deeply personal message on loop, over and over, irritating her neighbors, who start banging on the walls, shouting, "Turn off that bunny!" After a short comedic moment, Judy sets the recorder down and walks out of frame. It feels like a sweet epilogue. Then something happens. A strange sound swishes by the window, a shadow flashes, a single white feather floats down onto the windowsill. Tiny detail, but massive implication. Across 2 Zootopia films, we've seen mammals and now reptiles, but never a single bird. Part 1, mammals. Part 2, reptiles. Part 3, you get the hint. And just like that, Disney sets the stage for an entirely new species and a whole new chapter in the Zootopia universe. And then suddenly, right at the end, when the story seems wrapped up, the frame practically shouts, "Hey, there's a whole other group of intelligent beings in this world that you know nothing about yet." In interviews, the director carefully avoids confirming anything outright, but admits that the world of Zootopia was originally conceived as part of a much larger continent, and birds, they're the logical next step after mammals and reptiles. The producers say pretty much the same. We left a small hook to give audiences something to think about after the credits. Naturally, fan theories exploded immediately. Some compare the feather to visual cues from The Lion King. Some see the silhouette of a hawk or eagle in the shadows. And others are already sketching entire cities on rooftop platforms, homes for birdkind. One of the most popular theories? Birds are the elite watchers of this world. They live in a sky district above the city, flying freely, seeing everything from above, and supposedly monitoring the lower layers of Zootopia. Some believe they're spies, others, guardian angels, and some are convinced they're secretly behind many of the events only hinted at so far. If the third film really heads into this sky corridor, it instantly gives the creators a whole new visual language. Wire bridges, nest-like houses, aerial highways instead of streets, and loads of new social tensions from the classic upper-lower class divide. to issues of who has access to information and who's stuck below, unaware of what's happening up top. Now comes the obvious question after such an ending. Was that just a stylish tease, or a real setup for the next chapter? As of the time this video was made, there's no official announcement of Zootopia 3. No release date, no logline, nothing. But let's be honest, when a sequel makes over $500 million in 5 days, when the first film already grossed $1 billion, and the merch, series, and spin-offs are still selling, the chances of Disney just walking away from it all? Basically zero. Big studios operate by simple logic. If a brand brings in money at the box office, on streaming, in theme parks, and toy shelves, they keep it alive until there's nothing left to squeeze out. Zootopia moved past one-hit wonder status long ago and became a full-blown franchise with a massive fan base. Right now, the creators and the execs are watching box office dynamics, long-term legs, and how audiences are reacting to the reptiles and that post-credits feather. If the hype holds for at least a few more weeks, we'll almost certainly get some kind of announcement. Whether it's a full-on Zootopia 3, a streaming series, or a spin-off focused on a specific zone or character, Disney also has another strong reason to keep the franchise going. Series with bold social messages help the studio show they're still tuned into modern issues, racism, discrimination, migration, and so on. Zootopia is the perfect platform for that. It works for kids, and it gives adults plenty to think about. So by all signs, the real question isn't, will there be a third film? It's when will they announce it, and what form will it take? Put it all together, and you've got something powerful. Zootopia 2 isn't just another sequel to check a box. It's a film that survived a production freeze and internal studio drama, adapted to the new rules of the corporate machine, still hit hard on themes like prejudice and xenophobia, and blew up at the box office in a way animated movies rarely do. On the surface, it's a cute story about a bunny cop, a sly fox, and a strange reptilian villain. Look a bit deeper and you get complex conversations about who we label outsiders, who controls the news we believe, and who decides which groups are safe to show kids and which ones are better kept out of sight. And beneath that, it's Disney playing a high-stakes game with markets, censorship, and profit. And yet, somehow, the movie stays emotional. Some cry during Nick's scenes, some cheer for Judy, some just show up for Shakira's new song and leave with their heads spinning from theories about reptiles and birds. Now it's your turn to speak up. Tell us in the comments, how did you feel about Zootopia 2 masterpiece? Overhyped? Or just okay? Did the reptile arc land for you, or are you more into the vibe of the first film? And most importantly, do you want to see Zootopia 3 with birds in a full-on sky district? If this video gave you something new, a behind-the-scenes look at Disney's future plans or hidden details in the franchise, hit the like button so the algorithm doesn't bury it. Subscribe to the channel and tap the bell. There's more coming soon. Deep dives on major premieres, studio scandals, and the untold layers in your favorite animated films. See you next time!